What's up, guys, and welcome back to Rogue Legacy. My name is Splattercat, and we are here once again drawing close to a close. Almost there. We're almost there. We're almost finished off. But for now, I promised you guys a loot run, so that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to see how we can stretch this out, do like 30 minutes of loot farming before we finally start doing some attacks on the last boss. So I think we've got a couple options here. We've got Lady Charlotte II, who is a Hokage. I really still don't even know how to say that word. I'm going to say it like I'm from the Midwest and say a Hokage. There we go. It's a Hokage. So... And this person is ambivalent, which means they cast spells super terribly. But she comes with daggers, which is pretty sweet. We've also got Lady Lisa, who is a barbarian queen with OCD and hypergonadism. That's a pretty tempting choice as well. And then finally, we have Lady Jenny. So we have a trio of lovely ladies here, each with a bow ready to roll. Now, Lady Jenny is an assassin with dwarfism, endomorph, so she's quite the thick little dwarf, and also the quantum translocator, but I think I'm going to go... Let's do the Barbarian Queen, just so we have a little bit of leeway when it comes to surviving. Now, we've got some stuff to spend money on. 15,000 gold, it looks like. So, let's decide what we want to drop some points into. I think we should probably go with some extra armor. So, I think 3 extra into armor should suffice for now. We also need to put a little bit of extra power into our magic, I think. Although, I haven't been using it a ton. Maybe we'll go up to level 5 there. That seems about right. And then from there, maybe increase our crit chance just a little further. So there we go. Crit chance raised. I probably could have got away with putting in a bunch of points right there in the gold gain up. And I think we unlocked some things at the blacksmith in our last episode. I don't really remember. It's been a little while. We unlocked the Guardian Sword. We also unlocked some Sage stuff. Yeah, the Sage Helm. We unlocked the Ranger's Chest, which is pretty good. I probably should have saved money for that, but we'll get it on the next way around. And then we also unlocked the Imperial Limbs, which is an item. That'll be a little bit better than anything else we have. It's going to give us a little bit of mana. You know how it goes. And then finally, no new capes. So let's roll back on out, and we'll see if we can take care of business, see how much money we can make in this go-through of Rogue Legacy. Oh, and it's going to show us the little animation with the door opening, so we can't actually access the final boss at this point. The final boss, we'll talk about him a little bit as we go along. He can be tricksy the first few times you face off against him. All in all, though, he's not that bad. He could be a lot worse, believe you me, and I've already gotten pegged here. Let's wait for that next shot and then jump around, take care of that. Got some ice balls coming along. I'll probably jump over instead of being lame and staying on the ground and letting it fly overhead. You got to do a little bit of the acrobatics. Just kind of sell the whole thing to, well, I was going to say to sell the whole thing to the ladies, but since we're playing a lady, to sell the things to the men. There we go. You got to sell it. Guys like tough chicks, right? I don't know. Oh my. Looks like we've got a McRib over here. A little unfortunate. Get rid of some of those dudes. See if we can clear out everybody else. We have knockback, though, which is going to help us out tremendously against McRib. So not a ton of things to worry about there. Oh, sprinted right into him. It's okay, though. We've got a lot of HP. We've got a lot of attack power. And we got the balance runes, so that's going to be nice. I've heard that pleasant things start happening after you finish off all of the runes. I wouldn't know. I don't think I've ever actually collected all of them. I've been... You know, when you do an LP on this game, it makes you actually play through a lot slower than you otherwise would by yourself. Like, I think I blew through the normal game in like 3 days when I first bought it. And then I was like, you know what, I'm going to do an LP because I think people would enjoy it. And from there, I can't really play in between. Ooh, I'm going to swap those out. I like daggers a lot better, so I'm going to go with daggers. So not only will we stare daggers at our enemies, we will also throw them at our foes. Let me see what's... Yeah, that's about what I figured. I tried to double jump right there. Just for the record, I tried. I really, really did. Unfortunately, that's kind of a useless room. I don't really know what its function is, aside from sticking us in the face. Oh, God. Can you tell it's been a little while since I played? I also didn't do a practice run in between, which is probably one of my main issues here. Go ahead and take care of him. We got another zombie down here doing a little crow hop because I'm nervous. Just a little nervous. And then we'll go down to this floor. Kill him, really. Oh, God, he didn't die. Well, that is disappointing. It's a good thing I decided to play the Barbarian because we're taking a couple of extra hits that I wasn't planning on taking. I was assuming that the Flamelocks would die with one hit. I guess our attack power just isn't where I'd like it to be. In either case, though, we got a little bit of extra treasure there. I'd like to get at least 15,000 gold before we head back to our keep. Jump over that guy's Sonic Boom because he can't phase us. He can't hold us down. And then maybe going down to this floor would be the most intelligent for the time being. I think it's probably good to clear this first so that we can go back to the earlier area and get some health back if we have to. Got a little Oni right here. I'm going to see if I can finish him off really quickly before we go much further. That guy's not going to be much of a problem because he's actually kind of sandwiched in between the top and the bottom layers. We're going to want to bait this guy into jumping if we can. I can't guarantee that he shall, but we can try. And I had a feeling I was going to take a hit there either way. God, just being dogpiled here. There we go. And so this little guy down here is probably going to serve us no threat. Oh, I stepped on his flame. I was like, what hit me? Unfair hit, late hits. This isn't NFL Blitz. You can't do that. No late hits here. See if we can separate some of these little dudes from their host. God, I'm just playing so sloppy right now because I know I can. It's simply because I'm playing a barbarian too. That's the funny part, is I only really play like this when I'm on a barbarian. I'm just like, "Arr, you can't phase me. Strike me with all of your might, puny slime. Hit me with rocks in the face. I can take it. Put the gag ball in my mouth." Alright, so we're already about to breach 2,000 gold. Let's go back and make sure I didn't miss any destructibles. Unfortunately, there are none there, so we may have to go back in just a little bit. I'm really only interested right now in finding the boss room, because that's where a large Grippo the treasure is going to be, and that's what we want to get our grimy little hands on. Our grubby little squirrel paws. Oh, he jumped down. I was wondering if he was going to do that. I was really, really wondering, and we'll hit him with a knife in the face because that's what he deserves. He hit us with rocks first. That's the rule in Splattercat's world. You hit me with rocks, I hit you with a knife. And so this guy's going to net us a nice 16 HP if I can manage to not get killed while I slay him and his offspring. A little bit of chicken there with 47 HP. As I've said in previous episodes, it's always better. Oh my. Quite the crowded room here. And I was trying to drop through right there, but I'm going to have to eliminate some of these projectiles if I really want to be successful here. There we go. And he did a little charge there. You can cancel the charge by striking them. That instantly kind of takes them out of kill mode. They're like, "Ah, my snoot!" And then they no longer want to fight with you. It's understandable. Getting hit in the nose is unpleasant. Having been hit in the nose, it's weird how your eyes water up. Like, even if it doesn't hurt, you're just like, "Ah, my eyes are watering. What's going on here? I didn't say you could do that." Let's read the journal. I know I've missed a few, but journal entry number 16. What if years have passed since I first entered these walls? Is it true that I am becoming more proficient in clearing monsters? Oh, it is true, but it feels like an age has passed. I have even forgotten what my own kin look like. What if they think I have failed? What if one of my brothers has beaten me to the cure? And what if I mistook them for a monster? Doesn't look like we've got any chickens here. Oh, we've got another room that looks identical to the one we dropped down in. That's kind of an interesting randomly generated occurrence. Oh, took a spike on the chin there. Which I suppose is better than taking a spike to the groin. I mean, if I had to pick a place to take a spike to, I think I would settle for the face rather than the groin. Then again, hits to the groin always make better internet videos, so if I knew I was going to get E-famous from it, maybe I would take one to the groin just once. Take care of this Zomboner. God, I don't even want to know what kind of illicit activities a Zomboner gets up to. Ooh, I saw that sneaky little Pokemon with a spear. Tried to take me out. Tried to shiv me out of this world. I see how it is. I see your true intent. Ooh, he almost got me there, too. It's interesting to note that you can actually sprint at the exact same speed as his little attack bolt. Fortunately, we didn't get any loot there. We got a little bit of treasure from him, though, in his little chest, so even though we couldn't beat the coins out of him, as we are known to do. That's right, buddy, you better close with me. I'm just gonna throw knives at you, you big jerky jerk face. There we go. OCD will give us some MP back anyways, it's not a big deal. I always think that I can destroy those Iron Maidens, but then I can't. Because nobody can destroy Iron Maiden. They're around forever. And this is one of the reasons I prefer knives very, very much. I can't get him just yet. We'll get rid of him, though, because he was showing the tells that he might throw his shurikens. There we go. I was going to have to eat a hit right there just to get that kill. I had the distinct feeling that it was going to be one of those sacrificial attacks that just sort of had to happen. Try to maintain my cover as best as possible. No, betrayal at Krondor. No! Oh, betrayal by the platform. Maybe not in Krondor. It's been a while since I've been to Krondor. Believe me, it's been a while. God, memories of my childhood. That game was really hard. Like, that is not the game to give to a 12-year-old. I'm just throwing that out there. God. Just brute force headbutting my way through this whole ordeal. And it may be time to retreat back to the easier area just to get some health back, turn this into the longest run that we possibly can. Looks like we got the sky bracers out of there, which is pretty sweet. Now I'm gonna wait and see what comes to me in this situation. Because you never know just how many of these dastardly little buggers are down in here. It looks like we've got multiple layers of the firing cannons. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know how far that charge was gonna go. We're just gonna juggle him to death. There we go. And so now we probably want to get out of here as quickly as possible. I'll try and clear this room if I can. Oh, there's another one right there too. Alright, so we'll draw these guys back. And as soon as they are back with us, we'll see what we can do here. So there's one down. There's another one down. Just kind of leapfrog his little... I said leak frog. I don't want leak frogs. My frogs will never have a leak. Not in this house. Oh, I jumped right into it. There we go. And so we have a swingy chainy ball guy. I don't think I can take him right now. So let's go ahead and find ourselves a teleporter and get on back to the easy mode zone. I actually don't think there's a teleporter around here, so that may be just a long walk for us. Unfortunately, we'll come down and look for the boss room further once we've recuperated a little bit of health, I guess. 3,000 gold is not enough to get ourselves any type of meaningful statistical increase. So I'm just gonna take my bow now and get the hell on out of here. Oh, little guys are left. Okay. Get ourselves some health right there. I mean, it's not gonna make a difference. 17 health versus 4 health. Not a whole lot of difference in this game. I probably should have left the statues up right there. That would have been a useful thing to have done. But for the time being, what can you do? Hindsight, hindsight, hindsight 20/20/20, all that jazz. See where I'm going here. Definitely going this way. Definitely. Definitely going this way. Nope. Not even gonna tempt fate with that room. Chickens. Let me eat you, chickens. At least we don't have electrophobia, I suppose. It could be worse. Oh, and there's a projectile guy down in there, too. That's funsies. It's gonna take us a little while to work our health back up from the less than satisfactory level it's at, unfortunately. See what's down this way. Another journal. Possibly some chicken out of the chandeliers. There we go. Lovely. Now we can actually take a hit. Journal entry number 17. I must be going insane. I stumbled across a carnival inside this castle, complete with a sad clown and everything. He's sort of an ass, but I guess you can't be picky with your friends in a place like this. I'm getting hungry again. Good thing I topped up on chicken legs. I found these in a chandelier. This castle, sometimes I wonder if it's all just a big joke. Well, it's a video game. I mean, closer to the truth than one might think. A little bit more mana, too. It never hurts to top up on that. I love throwing knives, so we'll try and keep that in mind. Kill those guys through the wall so that they serve no threat towards us. Another chicken leg there. I'm actually going to stay in this zone, though. I think I can clear the forest without any major problems, so we'll save that for later. I actually want to do them in reverse order, I think. I'll probably do the basement, then... well, maybe the basement, then the forest, then the Maya, possibly. I like the Maya the least, can you tell? I'm just going to leave it for last since I like it the least. There's a tongue twister for you. I did it all by myself. We may be able to find some bonus rooms while we're out and about too, which would be pretty sweet. Treasure! There we go. We've broken almost 4,500. I think if we do a full clear, I should be able to get around. Oh, it depends how many secret rooms we get. And that guy right there, you remember how I talked about they have like a weird coloration thing going on? I could tell with that guy. It's looking like no such luck on the complete health refill. At least we're trying, though. Oh, zombie, what are you doing? Zombie, what are you doing? I'm gonna blame that on you, even though it was my fault, zombie, because zombies are easy targets. It's easy to blame things on the zombie. I mean, look at all the zombie things that have been going on lately. There's not a whole lot of lores out there that start with the zombie as the hero. Oh, my, not really the situation I like to find myself in. Ooh, narrowly escaped my fate there. It's not gonna let me hit him through the wall, unfortunately. Get a little bit of chicken. There we are. Strangely enough, going downwards through these levels is a lot easier than going upwards, but maybe that's because I didn't jump into projectiles. I'm getting sloppy in my old age. Back when we were a new level 1 character, I felt like I had to play like with perfection, and now I'm just like, I'll eat a hit. Whatever, there's chicken everywhere. There's chicken everywhere! It's all around you. It's like a castle full of KFC. Oh, if there could be anything so magical and majestic. If there could ever be such an invention, a castle full of KFC, I think I might become quite rotund. Definitely be no aspect of svelteness around me. No fighting in here. Now, these guys are stationary, so I think so long as I stay inside these little safe zones, I should be okay. There we go. And so now I can kill them all off. That's probably our final retaliation rune. So one down there. I'm actually going to drop down to the bottom while I'm immune from being hit. With this room, though, it's careful to bear in mind that as you go up along this right side right here, there's always going to be like a gap that you can't get hit in. You just gotta kind of figure out where it is. This room, I'm not so good at. Yikes. Well... Oh, never mind. I tried. I hit the left bumper instead of the right bumper, or the left trigger instead of the right trigger, and that's what did me away. My terrible finger accuracy, especially as I get more and more nervous. Let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, I saw a door. It's down below me, though. Although I suppose it's not going to hurt. Let's go to the teleporter for the forest and see if we can drop back down into the hard zone. And if we can't handle the hard zone, we'll go get our health back in the forest. How far we've come. Being able to actually use the forest as kind of a health farming zone. But let's see what trouble we can get into down here. It's going to be funny if the boss room was just like right down below us and to the left. I'm going to weep because that's really all I cared about down in here. Oh my. Nah. I don't prefer that result. Oof. I gotta get under here before something goes horribly, horribly wrong. You, eyeball, shall sabotage me no more, you sabotagey saboteur. And you, sir, may not occupy my ledge. I forbid it. I forbid it! Stand on my ledge no longer. Taking all of my focus. I can't talk without my focus. You thought I was going up, but I was going left. Silly fool, silly fool. How could you confuse up and left? Nothing over this way. I was just doing one last quick sweep. I want to make sure that we got everything. I like to be a completionist on these runs. We've only gotten 5,000 gold, which is a tad on the disappointing end. Oh my. Should be able to handle him without issue. And then I really think I should probably focus on this slime up here, just in case the one down below decides to come along and visit. No, slime, no! Let me have your chicken! He's like, no, it's mine! There we are. So the top layer's all cleared out. Let's take a look at this bottom layer here and see what kind of trouble we can stir up. A little bit more gold there. I mean, not a whole lot. I should probably be destroying everything I can destroy, though, while I'm moving along, because I would love to see another chicken leg or two drop. So far, we're so good, though. Oh, no. Hold still. Hold very, very still. I don't really want to kill him over there because I'd prefer to get any coins that he drops. There we are. So I guess that was a bit of a fruitless endeavor. Meaning it did not bear fruit. It's weird how you never think about those sayings. Like when you say something's fruitless, it means like the tree like totally sucked and then it didn't bear fruit. But you never really think about it. You just kind of use the saying and instantaneously you just understand what it means. It's always weird how the neural connections work on that sort of thing. Like, how crazy is the human brain? How crazy is the human brain? Also, did you know that women have better peripheral vision than men? Weird. Although it's probably because they were gatherers or something, I don't know. I think our eyes are like closer together on the front of our heads or something like that because we used to hunt or something weird like that. This is going to be a bit of a pain, I can tell already. There we go. And it looks like somehow this spiky ball up here died. I'm not going to hesitate to loot his spiky little pockets if I can. This could actually potentially turn into a pretty long episode, which I don't mind. I actually... Ooh, take no damage. I suppose we can try. Ooh, there it is. Huzzah. Another retaliation rune, so I think we've more or less probably tapped out the entire retaliation spectrum here. We've managed to get most of the fairy chests along this run, which is pretty good. I mean, most of the stuff I'm never going to use. It's a little disappointing how good some of the runes are versus others, but I'm sure I can work them into a playstyle somewhere. Another journal! It's weird how there's always conveniently like a table for him to place these journals on. Also, was he just walking through this place with like a backpack full of books? Journal entry 18, I have bested the beast of the tower, and once again I could feel the throne room give up some of its power. That was a rhyme. The rush I feel from this victory is intoxicating. Never have I felt so confident, so powerful, so at home. Just a little further, and I will be able to earn my reward. I'm so close, I will make my father proud. Ew, what a dour room. I don't like this at all. This room is lugubrious. Oh, and there's nothing in it. That makes me lugubrious. I love that word. Lugubrious is a word that sounds like exactly what it means. It means you just look sad and sullen. It means you're sad-faced, like all the time. Just really, really sad-faced. I watched a lecture one time. I had a teacher who gave a talk, and he was a... Well, he was a calculus professor, but he specialized in the way that... He specialized in mathematics with regards to biology, so he's like a biological mathematician, which is kind of a weird job title. He liked to deal with things like bacterial growth and things of that nature, but anyways, his speech had nothing to do with any of that. He was talking about how... Oh, what was it? It was how we hear a word, and when we hear a word, we form a mental picture that goes along with that word. Like, if you... Oh, never mind, I'm not going to take that hit. I refuse. You can't make me. I need to get rid of him first. This guy is the primary target. He's got to go. Oh no, that's a big slime. Bloobsaurus Rex. I thought that said Boobasaurus Rex for a second. I was like, well. Corner trapping at its finest. It works in Street Fighter, it works here. It's a legitimate tactic. The Imperial Helm, so we're actually fleshing out our equipment pretty well here. I'm surprised that I've never seen any of these things drop in my previous playthrough, but then again, I beat my previous playthrough at like level 60, so I was kind of flying. I was trying to see if I could just avoid leveling up for as long as possible. This basement level is just going on forever. I'm pretty surprised. We've wasted almost like 30 minutes on this basement level. Well, not wasted. We've been kind of picking our way through it. Another little Oni here, but he's got a nice chest, so... And I mean that, don't call HR on me. I mean you've got a nice treasure chest, not like a nice chest. God, don't be so sensitive, Oni. You crazy little Japanese demon guy who throws shurikens. If anyone should be offended, it's me. You're throwing shurikens at me. There we go, we'll handle that. Another chicken. Knock him back a tad so that charge doesn't kill me. It looks as though he's got friends. Now that he's down, we'll kill his little spiky fireball friend and then get another chest with the sky chest plate. God, we are just going to be kitted when we get out of here. We are going to be ready to roll. It's going to be pretty freaking sweet. I'll tell you what. So we're only missing like one room up and to the left, and that's got to be where the throne room is. It's going to be like a dead end. As luck would have it, it's going to be like the last room that we actually clear out. Ooh. Thought I was gonna make that one, but unfortunately I didn't. And then just juggle him to death really quickly. A treasure chest, so what am I missing here? Hold on, what am I missing here? I've missed a door somewhere. Oh, it's on the other side, okay. I see where it is. So we haven't tapped out all of our options yet. If anything else, at least this place has been lucrative. Looks like it was... No, it's in the next room over. There we go. Oh, yeah, there's a treasure chest in here, too. I'm a wee bit confused. Do a little batter-up action here. Try and keep him away from me as best as possible. Lose our gold in the spikes there. And another one, the Retribution Cape. So that probably just reflects a little bit of damage. God. Well, having exhausted most of our exits... I don't see where any other rooms are exposed. Interestingly enough. How strange. How very, very strange. Well, if you guys see it, shout it at me, because... frankly, I am not locating this extra room where the throne room might be for this area to get the free treasure chest, so we'll go get the chest that's above us right now. And after that, we'll call it quits with this area. Maybe make this episode a little bit longer, as long as we survive anyways. Wasn't there one guy left in here or something? Oh yeah, there was a spiky ball dude left in here. Forgot about that, a Chaintus. He's like, call me by my name. My name is Chaintus. Chaintus, Lord of Chainy Ball Spikes. Oh, I thought that last hit was going to kill him. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. My judgment was flawed in that regard. Well, I don't see it, so I guess maybe there's a chance that you won't get a throne room? I have no idea. Maybe the random generator messed up. Maybe I'm just being incredibly imperceptive. I have bad eyesight, so... it is what it is, my friends. We live with the cards we are dealt. No sense crying over it, because that ain't gonna fix it. It'll just make my eyes even worse, because there will be teary water in them. Well, I suppose we'll head to the forest. Maybe I'll break this into 2 parts because I can't guarantee that the file sizes are going to be small enough to get them on YouTube. Take that train back over to the foresty zone, and we'll spend our time here getting a little bit of our health back, I think. Because the mobs here are reasonably easy and they don't really give much resistance. Now, if I get a full health here, I'll probably head back to... oh, I don't know. I'll probably go to the Maya or something. I don't like that. I don't like that. Throw a knife at you. Save myself a little bit of trouble there. A little bit more gold. Haven't broken the 10,000 mark yet, so maybe I won't be so lucky. Got like a baby chaintus. Baby chaintus! Ew. I don't like where that spiky ball stopped. I don't approve of this. My extra knockback is really kind of screwing me right now. It's making my life more difficult than it has to be. Lost a little bit of health there, but I think we'll recover. Magic damage increased by 1. How lackluster. Almost bit it to a spike right there. How sad would that have been? Kill him off really quickly. God. Alright, alright. Take it a little slower. Take it a little slower. Maybe get ourselves some chicken along the way. You'll forgive my momentary lack of conversation as I desperately try to keep myself alive here. Or at least earn back enough HP to where we can take another hit. I didn't take into consider mini bosses when I factored in how easy the forest would be, unfortunately. Grab those couple coins because every little bit helps. Alright. And then scratch an eye itch really quick. God, I hate that. I hate it when I'm like in the middle of something and you just get an itch that you just simply cannot scratch. Like it's not socially acceptable. You gotta be like, "Argh." But I want to itch it. Oh, I knew something like that was gonna happen. I just knew it. Alright, I don't like that room at all, so I'm gonna wait a minute. See if I can maybe get myself healsied a little better. Wait for this little admirable fellow, because he's tiny and he's trying to fight me even though I'm like level 100. That's at least somewhat admirable, right? Maybe some chicken will fall out of these vines. The chicken vine. Oh, nothing here. Well, looks like there's some kind of secret here. I'm just not privy to it. I don't like that room very much. That room makes me sad. Maybe I'll go back for the treasure chest later when my health's a little bit more satisfactory. I don't think I've ever seen that room combination before. I need you to die. Like, I need you to... I'm saying this in the most polite way possible, little brown cloaked mage. I really just need you to die. Doesn't look like there's gonna be anything that way. What are we gonna get here? The Calypso's Compass. Now, from what I understand, it points at some, like, major secret treasure, one that I've never been able to find, and you kind of just follow it. There we go. A few more enemies down. Regenerating 500 HP's worth of health in 4 HP integrals is not really going to make this whole situation go quicker, but, you know, we persevere. The silver cape. That cape has got to be heavier than hell. A cape made out of the good old AG. I think. I don't know. And where does that leave me? Okay, I've got to go back up. And ignoring that nasty little dangerous room over there for the time being, we'll go up and in over here. Wait for him to come a little closer so that his coins don't go to waste if he does have some. And this room again. There we go. Ah, fountain. That's perfect. If we could get a chicken right here, it would just be the definition of a miracle day. I don't really know if I want to fight one of the high-level wolves right now. I'd rather come back with higher health. So we'll keep that room in mind. We'll try not to get spiked while we run through here. Try and keep an eye on this guy as we go along. There we go. Lovely. A kill of a mini-boss. Well, kind of a mini-boss. He's not what is this? Oh. Hello, treasure room. I didn't know that could happen. Retribution chestplate. An Imperial chestplate. Interesting enough. So I guess that's what the Calypso's compass points at. It points at a room that you can access that's just kind of in the background right there. I would have never noticed it if I hadn't seen the up arrow. Huh. You learn something new every single day. Never ceases to amaze me, my friends. Never ceases to amaze me. There we are. And then check for chickens. I don't think we've had like a single chicken this entire forest run. A bit of a disappointment considering how much I like chicken. Check these lower rooms over here. Oh, wow. Just kind of taking a look at the pattern right now. Nope. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. I had a feeling. I shouldn't have dashed right there. I should have let myself fall. Alright, but we found the boss room, which is pretty sweet. Hey, I don't need you yet. I want your treasure first. Give me your treasure. And it seems like it's going to double up on a chicken there. Which is very nice as well. I wish you could refight bosses sometimes. I would refight bosses. I wouldn't even want treasure, to be honest. Isn't that the room we were just in? Oh, that's the exact opposite of the other room we were in. That looks like it's the forest, aside from the few chests that I left behind because they were a little sketchy. Let's consider coming back for them after we hit the Maya. So let's go to the Maya first, and then we'll see how far into the Maya we can get. We've pretty much cleared out most of this stuff anyways. Ooh, jumping through the narrow gap in the eye blood balls there. God, blood balls. Sounds like a horrible, horrible Warhammer 40k disease. My orcs have blood balls. God. That disease, just like, sir, you have blood balls. That's not a diagnosis that anybody wants to hear. Journal entry number 19. I have been standing outside the dungeon gate for longer than I care to admit. My courage has finally been sapped, for I have spied the monsters below and they make my previous struggles laughable by comparison. I must steel myself. I must focus. There is so little light down there, I fear that I may lose myself. Looks like we've already been through there. If you ever have yourself in a tricky situation with projectiles, you can use the trick that I saw, or that I just showed you, where you can actually just kind of blast your way through with a fusroda. How awesome was that, by the way? If you've played Oblivion, or I'm sorry, if you played Skyrim, like, how awesome was that the first time you Fusro dodged somebody? Was that the most satisfying thing ever? I remember the first time I triggered that, and it, like, knocked over 4 dudes, and I was like, yeah! That's how we do it. That's how we do it. So this right here is relying on me having the hover step, which I don't even have yet, I don't think. I don't believe that I have the... Oh, hello. Hello. There we go. Nice and safety safe for the time being. Get a little bit of HP by knocking these guys around. Just a smidgen. Oh. He got his revenge on me. Alright, so we're going to have to go handle this situation first. There we go. Situation handled. And were we of the shorter hobbitish persuasion, we could get in there and get our treasure. Unfortunately, not going to be accessible. I wasn't sure that I could duck that one, so I figured I'd just get the hell out of the way. Yeah, I figured that juggle wasn't going to work. It's been far too long since I played last for that juggle to actually work with any semblance of efficiency. Oh, Mimic, he almost got me too. I turned away just in time. I was like, you're not getting me, Wiggles. Gonna have to time that one properly, and I was really hoping for a crit too. Kind of the only way I was gonna make that jump was with a double whammy. Got some wolven folk over here, so come on, my lupine friend, give me a jump. There we go. Well, not onto that ledge. That ledge makes you a bit cumbersome, and I hate it. I don't know why I have so much trouble baseball batting those wolves. If I was smart, what I would do is I would just knife them. Which is what I think I'll do from now on. It seems like the safer strategy, to be honest. I like this room. This room has lots of gold. It's got lots of those little ting 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 noises as I pick up my shiny treasures. Makes me feel good deep down inside. We're at a reasonable amount of gold right now. I'm pretty happy with the run so far. It's not as lucrative as I want it to be. Well, that was just downright unpleasant. I don't feel welcome at all. Ooh. Survive with like 1 HP. What a cheeky little chum. There we go, a diamond and a gold. That's 500 and... well, like 531, 520 something. I can't do math right now. I'm playing video games. My brain shuts down. That entire nerve center. That entire neural center just falls apart over the summer. My math skills stop working. Call me back when the world requires a TI-83. I'll be right with you. Oh, that was amazing. That was like some Mortal Kombat stuff right there. It's entertaining every time. Please be a real treasure chest. Okay, good, you are. Get ourselves a chicken. Take a look at what... there's some stuff off to the left and some stuff off to the right. Wrong room, wrong room. I knew it. I knew it. Nah, Mimic. That's what you get, buddy. That is what you get. Deep down, that is what you get for being a horrible, horrible human being. You're such a horrible human being that you're a treasure chest with teeth. Yep, have to save myself. So glad that wasn't a Mimic, because I didn't check it at all. I just kind of went for it. Ah! No! I don't accept this. How am I supposed to go into the boss with full health if you won't stop hitting me? Allow me to kill you. Allow me to slay you. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know where that ball is that's kind of bouncing around obliquely, or whatever, acutely. Any further rooms? There's one all the way off to the left over there. There's one down below us, two down below us actually. So we'll check this out and see how it goes. Looks like we found another boss room. So more treasure for the pile. The Guardian Bracers, which will never touch my wrists. Bad move, Wolfie. And the Guardian Helm. Okay, so I think we've completed yet another full set. I couldn't tell you until I take a look at our loot list if we have all the Guardian stuff, but I'm pretty sure we're getting close. At the bare minimum. I'm gonna take this challenge because it doesn't look so bad. The Ranger Cape. Nice. Anything that gives me a little bit of extra defense before we take on the final boss is something that I am stoked about. And downwards looks like the last go. So I'll probably do a boss attempt, actually, if I end up... Oh, it's just gonna be one of these rooms. Journal entry 20. I thought I knew what darkness was, but here in the dungeon, the darkness has a voice. It calls at me through the grates. Around the corners, it taunts me. The darkness is so thick it is almost tangible, and the beasts here have made it their home. They move swiftly through the corridors and are more terrifying than anything I've fought before. I must be prudent and choose my battles carefully. Being confrontational now may cost me my life. Well, yeah, let's go attempt the boss one time, I guess. We'll go attempt the final boss. We may as well, because we've pretty much looted the place out. I can't guarantee a kill right now. We'll do it in the next episode if I mess this up somehow, but I think we'll be okay. You may recognize this place from the first time we played. Hopefully a chicken will... Oh, never mind. We're at full health. I was going to say, I didn't know if we were at full health or not. I should probably check my meter every now and again. Ooh, little bugger. I typically like to do the final boss with a paladin, just because the shield is really, really good for this last little part. But I'm going to play around with the barbarian shout. I've never actually attempted this boss with a barbarian shout before, so we'll see how it goes. Down attack this. I never knew that. "25. Today marks the rest of eternity. I never knew what treasure lay in this castle, just that it would cure the king of his illness. Who would have known that it would be the fountain of youth, a myth which grants one eternal life? As I look down on the body of the king, I realize that it is inevitable. Children will always answer for their father's sins. I entered this castle a swordsman, a savior, but all I have left is a rogue's legacy. I can feel your anger, but no, it was not I who sent your family to ruin. The moment the king set foot within this castle, the royal coffers were emptied by Charon. My family, all families, had lost all hope for a better life, and in my mind's eye I foresaw only desperation and poverty ravaged the country. There was nothing left for me to go back to. To my children and my children's children, here I sit impassive, immortal, and await thee." "Why do you wish to fight me? How many sons and daughters have been lost in your pathetic attempts at revenge? It was the king who brought ruin to your country, not I. He lied to us. He said he was wounded, yet it was only time that threatened him. He pitted his children against one another, sacrificed everything to satisfy his own selfish desires, and in the end left us penniless and alone. So I took the only option left to me. I rejected king and country and chose a new family instead." So he's got a couple of attacks. He throws axes. He basically does all the stuff that you do. It's been a little while since I fought him last. As I recall, you always want to kind of just juggle him a little bit as best you can. We aren't doing a lot of damage to him, so I might consider raising my attack pretty substantially. Then again, I am playing a barbarian, so that could be the problem as well. Don't get greedy when fighting Johannes. You never want to get greedy with him. You kind of want to just let him do his thing and retaliate. If you get too close, that's what you're going to eat right there, is his little sword slash, so be careful about it. But also keep yourself... He doesn't seem to attack when he comes downwards from his jump, so try and get him then. Try and get him when you're coming down from dodging the knives, too. That's just how I prefer to do it. The next part is actually the most difficult. Let me go ahead and swap this around really quickly. Yeah, I was taking more damage than I wanted to. Now, what you don't want to do is end the fight on this end of the room. So what I'm going to do... I don't want him facing this way. Stop facing this way, Johannes. And I'm losing my cool here. It doesn't help that he's locking down like entire corners of the room. There we go. And so now I'm going to try and grab some of these chickens before the second phase starts. The second phase is a whole lot nastier, and you'll see what I mean. You think you have slain me? I have lived for over 1,000 years, and I will live for 10,000 more. Alexander, Kiter, Ponce de Leon. I was not the first hero to reach the fountain, but I will be the last. So the fountain is pretty nasty. Not my favorite boss fight, but if you can read him, you'll be okay. Let's see how much of this I can grab. When he does this attack, you want to pay attention to the floor. You'll be okay so long as you do that. His swing is easily telegraphed, so don't worry about it too much. Really what you want to watch out for are his abilities. That's the one right there that's a little rowdy. That's the one you're probably going to eat the most hits on. Ooh, I thought I made it through that one. Damn. He's being a spammy little bugger right there. I hate it when he sits there and spams that thing. I think it's when you're too far away that he starts spamming it. But anyways, there's the first attempt on the fountain. We'll do another one in the next episode. This one was pretty long anyway, so I hope you guys enjoy it. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle, and I will see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.